Do you still get a thrill when you see me coming up the hill? Honey, now do ya? Or do you wish that you, by snapping your fingers, could make me go away? Honey, would ya? And these questions I'm asking of you, you could ask them of me. Oh, guess what I'm saying? Do you still love me? Oh my God. I know a horrible singer. I'm just having fun. And for all of you thinking I'm mixing whiskey with my coffee, I'm actually mixing agave juice, which might be the new intoxicant of the 2000s. It's it's some natural sweetener that enables you to not raise your sugar level, and but I'll tell you, I don't know. Breaking into song. But anyway, that song was KT Oslin, and she obviously does it much better than me. And I skipped around from verse to verse, but there's some great renditions of it on YouTube. And there's the one she did, which are really great. But there was this one of this older woman with some weird guitar, and it was just dynamite because that's what it's all about. People. I don't know. When I was young, I thought, yeah, the answer was different. But it was almost 18 years ago. I uh, I met somebody, and I just said, I'm just gonna try and make this special, and I made it a goal. And I mean, it wasn't that difficult a goal. I was head over heels in love. And now, 18 years later, I mean, I could sing that song by KT Oslin, think of my wife, and get a big smile on my face. So, I guess if I could snap my fingers and make it go away, I probably wouldn't. And that's just the way it is. And maybe that older woman with the funny guitar, uh, maybe she's been with her husband for like 50 years or something. Guess what I'm asking? Do you still love me? Oh, God. Well, hence I digress. Let's get to work. I'm Radio Listener, Radio Listeners ElectricEasel.com Incorporated, and we're finishing up this node edit class. And for those of you following, we're in exercise 3, step 7. I won't give the whole rigmarole of what, where, and how. If you've been around for I guess this is the 14th video, here it is. Anyway, in step 7, we do some nice stuff. Yeah, let me paste this first one in. These are pretty simple, but they're very powerful and they're very necessary for production code. Um, this is unsaved instance state. Now, this is called, where is it called? Um, when an Android program is being stopped, and it'll call this as like an exit routine. If you're more used to like Microsoft stuff, it would probably be, say it was an ASPX page. It would be on save state, I believe, if something like that. But this in Android's on saved instance state, and it expects a bundle, and it's called out state. And the super unsaved instance state, out state, that's just calling the calling class. But here it is, out state put long, and it's notes be adapter. It's just saving the raw ID. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly with these, and now on pause is always called. I don't know why I'm going quickly with these. We got plenty of time. It's Friday night. Um, Now we get squigglies here on save state. Save state doesn't exist. On pause is always called. Called is part of the activity life cycle when an activity is going into the background but has not yet been killed. Counterpart of on resume. So what it's basically doing is letting it pause and do housekeeping, and then it's doing save state, which is a routine which we're going to add next, and that will protect you from losing data. All good stuff. And the next one, and we'll be done with step 7. Now this is on resume, and now this one calls the the base class, and then it calls populate fields. Now if you remember, populate fields we did in the last video, which only takes a cursor. Now the cursor is, where's the cursor? It's calling populate fields and fetch node mod. Emerald ID, then setting the text. Where is the row ID? Oh, in saved instance state, it says key row ID to mrow ID. So mrow ID, and because it's an M, it means it's a global variable, and the mrow ID will be populated. It'll be saved on save instance state, and on resume, the resume must repopulate this class-wide variable, and then we get populate fields. Okay, that's step 7. Now let's see if we could delve a little into 8. We're running a little tight on time. I went too deep into my banter. And this is save state, which is a pretty important one. And because what it does, even if Android is crashing, if it's not a hard crash, it'll take the title and get it from the interface, and then it'll take the body and get it from the interface. Now it checks if mrow ID is null, that means it wasn't past a row ID. Then it's going to create a note with the data before it exits, however it exits. Say the battery loses charge or something. And then if ID is greater than 0, mrow ID is equal ID. What happens is once you set this mrow ID, on saved instance state will save it here. And I believe that's the order of events. First it's on pause, and then save instance state. And else we just want to update the note, and we will pass an mrow ID, title, and body. Title and body we do not have to save. Everything is working off of row ID. Okay, that's step 7 and 8. I'm going to sign off and see if I get another video done after this. It's early yet. It's only 7:20 p.m. and New York, it's snowing heavily, so it's a good night to stay home and do videos. And I hope you find some of my stuff educational and other stuff entertaining, even if you laugh at me. I mean, I think if I heard this stuff and it was someone else doing it, I'd pretty much laugh at them. But I'd prefer if you were laughing with me, but whatever works. Anyway, that's about it. I'm signing off. Radio Listener from RadioListenersElectricEasel.com Incorporated. And aka John Leone in snowy New York. Okay, see you in the next video.